Alrighty guys, welcome back to another little video, and today we're doing an experiment on Goji, because I can. So, let me give you guys a little bit of a setup here real quick. Inside my case, or inside of Goji, there are two Molex powered water pumps, and as you can tell, they're relatively quiet. I mean, the front fans, the two 140mm fans, are actually louder than what the water pumps are. That is because, if you guys look right here, I actually have the fans plugged in backwards, or the water pump plugged in backwards. So instead of it running off the 12-volt line, it's running off of the 5-volt line, which supplies enough power to the water pumps to where they are running, but they're actually running really, really quietly. And when I say quietly, I mean surprisingly quiet. But I wondered, is this actually hurting my temperatures at all? So today I decided that I'm going to first run them at the low speed, which is what I've been doing. I'm going to be running 3D Mark Firestrike combined test on a loop. And then I will be watching the temperatures to see what the temperatures max out at after 10 minutes of testing on each. And then I'm going to flip around the connector so it's running at its 12 volt instead of its 5 volt. And see if by running the pumps at a louder speed, if they're going to give me any benefit of cooling. The fans are set to a manual fan speed, so they are going to stay like how they are. They're not going to change. And so it'll be a direct apples to apples comparison between water pump at slow speed and water pump at high speed. So let's give that a shot. Okay, so I have been running this test for actually about 20 minutes now, and it appears to be that our temperatures have leveled off at anywhere between the high 40s to low 50s, with the hottest core hitting 61 degrees Celsius. So yeah, very, very good temperatures, as well as very good noise levels coming from the pump. And then if we scroll down here to the GPU, we can see that the graphics card GPU hotspot peaked at 78 degrees Celsius, where it kind of averaged out into the high 40s, or high 40s, low 50s. Actually, wait, I'm looking at the wrong spot. The average temperature was in the low to mid 40s, actually. So, yeah, I mean, with the pumps running the way that they are in the silent mode, I'm getting more than adequate cooling on both my CPU and GPU. So let's swap it over to the high setting and see if anything happens. Alright, now we got her all shut down. As you can see, we've got both water pumps hooked up to a Molex connector, and it is plugged in via the 12 volt, or via the 5 volt. And both pumps are running just off the 5 volt, so I'll get this switched around and have them both running on the 12 volt. Alright, now that's plugged in, you can hear just how much louder those pumps are. That almost like winding, grinding noise, that is the water pumps. And of course, because I shut the computer off and turned it back on, now it's got to go and reset my RAM and reinitiate the overclocks. Give it a minute. Alright, as you guys can hear, the pumps are quite loud. And I have got the test has been running for about the same amount of time. And now let's check out temperatures. Okay, so it looks like my temps topped out into the high 60s, or in the low 60s, but it looks like it's sitting anywhere between the high 40s, low 50s for my CPU. And for GPU, we're also sitting relatively the exact same in temperatures. So, yeah, that pretty much concludes the video. I will actually put up a chart to do a direct comparison, and unless I'm missing something as I was going through these tests, the temperatures were effectively the same with no real appreciable difference. The reason that you would want to run a pump at a faster speed essentially would be to help move more fluid through the system. But without having a massively restricted system, you really don't need to be running these pumps at full blast. Now, if I were just to be running a singular pump for the entire rig, especially after I upgrade the radiators, then I might be running into problems where I might not have enough water circulation or enough head pressure to push the entire system through. And that's why you'd want to have the pump running at full blast, because you do end up losing a little bit of head pressure when you essentially turn the pump down. But as it sits right now, with the way that my setup is, there's really no reason for me to be running these 12-volt pumps on the 12-volt line when I can run them on the 5-volt line and they run just fine. So, yeah, I guess that one is about it and about over. I got a whole bunch of videos planned with Gojira, as well as the fact that I've got a whole bunch of extra parts for Gojira that I've got coming in, and especially stuff for Christmas, so that's gonna be fun. Yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Peace.